But this is not to Thunderdome and it's not to the road race track, it's to Supercross. They've had motocross here once before a long time ago in the middle of the Calder road race circuit, but tonight they've set up a unique circuit for Australia. This is the first circuit we've ever seen like the Los Angeles Coliseum that goes up a hill into the crowd, turns around and comes back down into the infield, and it is a unique event for a couple of occasions. This is possibly the biggest ever prize money offered for a Supercross anywhere in the world. $60,000 on offer for the night, $15,000 for first place. The track has 30 jumps and stutters over its roughly 700 metres length, and now it's raining. It should be a beauty.
Craig DACK is back and out to attack you tonight. What do you think of Craig? I understand you're pretty good mates off the track, but out there the rivalry would be pretty harsh tonight, I would think.
Oh yeah, you know, with that much prize money up for grabs, you know, and he's been trying to knock me off for the last couple of weeks, and you know, he hasn't been successful, so I'm just going out there to ride my best, ride the track as fast as I can and try to beat everyone on the line.
Well, Glenn and I are good friends off the track, however we are very competitive towards each other on the track. We both have a lot of respect for each other. We know each other's moves aren't going to be too dangerous. So we can race head to head and not worry about each other doing something very stupid. So obviously he's the man to beat.
This is where things get tough. The first semi-final, A and B grade riders, 250cc machines, 5 laps, and just one race gap for those 3 that were first, third and fifth in the last chance qualifier. So a packed field and a quality field. Look at them. Number 4, Stephen Andrew. Number 2, Craig DACK. K is Daryl King from New Zealand. 12 is James DEAKIN. And S, one of the absolute flyers, Shane King from New Zealand. 7, Lyndon Heffernan. And 9, Troy Dorron. And 20 on the Kawasaki, Jason Hill. And 16, Stan Bergen from Outrider Midnight Racing. 17, David Armstrong crashed in his heat earlier on. 58. 35 is Ian Marlowe. 34 and 24. 34, Glenn Smith, and 24, Steve Morris. And that's just some of the 18 lining up for this first semi-final, the first 10 only, to the final, to race 15. So nearly half the field will miss out. This is where they really have to get serious. Almost see the tension, the concentration. And then in all first 3, a race lasts away for just 5 laps, 5 minutes of sliding and jumping and bumping and trying to get on into the final. And the man doing it best of them all is number 4, Stephen Andrew.
With Dacky up on the inside, he'll be pushing to get out in front as early as possible because the semi means a lot to him.
Shane King's in a good position too on S. Up the hill for the first time, and the place absolutely reverberating with the 250cc engine screaming. So that is it. It's Andrew and DACK and King on 4, 2 and S in the first 3 positions. Behind them 7 others at the moment who are looking good, and 8 others, positions 11 to 18, who are in big trouble and have to go fast very soon. The time's a hot one, 50 seconds from the start line, and the starting, and DACK only just hung on to it.
Terrible feeling when you case out the double jump, not quite making it. It's so hard on the body.
Pretty hard too, I'd reckon, on the bike, and then he had up a big, big slide, and only just hung on to that.
Good move by DACK there. Just blocking Stephen Andrew out of the way. Nothing dirty, but couldn't go anywhere else.
Daryl King, K, in 3rd place now. Good stuff, great competition between these two. DACK building up confidence and speed, going to the lead, building up a little bit of a margin over 4, Stephen Andrew. Good form here from the Team Yamaha Australia rider.
Doing everything very well. Dacky's riding a lot smoother than I have seen him do for quite some time. If he keeps this up, he is a good chance for the final, and it will be good for him to do it.
Won't that final be a beauty? It's 20 laps, and where, of course, all the top riders come together, and they go for $15,000, the biggest prize money they've ever bumped and thumped and jumped their way to.
Exactly, Will.
Big chance. 21 there in trouble, and John Ashby.
20 laps for $15,000. It's good money. It's basically $1,000 a minute. So we haven't seen that in Australia for a long time.
It is not bad. Bigger money than they get in most of the supercrosses in America. And talking with Eddie Warren, he thought it was the biggest that had ever been around. He was pretty impressed by it.
Enough to make Greg Norman laugh.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, wave a club or a racket, and you wouldn't even consider taking it out of its wraps, would you, for that? 3 completed now in this 5-lap of the first semi-final. Craig DACK.
Track's starting to cut up a bit. You can see there's a few bumps there and tossing the bikes up and down. Not much of a problem for Dacky. He's got it under control.
Give them a groove through some of the, and looking back there, 3rd and 4th. So that's K is Darryl King from S. Shane King. Both of them from New Zealand, and 2 top riders from over there.
Yes, the 2 New Zealand brothers battling it out.
Suddenly learning that they travel fast in Australia.
Well, they're fully aware of Dacky. He went over there in '86 and cleaned up their New Zealand motocross titles, so they know what it's all about.
Four completed now, 700 metres to an assured place in the final. And also the chance for him just to start building his own confidence. Looseness but control, speed, power on early, sliding around, trying to make 1 jump out of 2 for the final. And 4 getting bottled up there, that's Andrew.
Stephen not actually letting Dacky get away too much, so that's good for him because he knows he can hang in there. If he can do that for the 15 laps in the final, that'll be good.
At the moment, it is DACK, and not very far from victory, but by gee, at any time, the slightest slip can bring them unstuck. Busy, busy, busy as he heads to the finishing line, and it is the checkered flag for the DACK attack. Craig DACK for Yamaha Australia in 1st place. In 2nd place on number 4 is Stephen Andrew. So it's Yamaha's 1 and 2.
Followed by Darryl King and then brother Shane.
K and S into 3rd and 4th place for New Zealand.
Well, Craig, that's the semi-final out of the way. The big one coming up soon.
Well, the big one, the important one. The important thing with these ones is to get comfortable on the bike, get your lines sorted out. And I had a look around then for some passing lines, which is also very important. So if things go to plan, I feel very comfortable and confident for the final.